How do you handle your family when you're starting a business? It could be handling negative comments. It could be handling the put downs, the, oh, you'll never be successfuls. I'm going to show you what to do in this video. First things first, let's always assume positive intent until proven otherwise. So let's just start with the assumption that our family loves us and maybe their mindset isn't as developed as ours is. Maybe they don't have an understanding of the entrepreneurship world like we do. Let's just assume that our family loves us and wants us to be happy, and they're coming at the conversation from a place of concern and love. Now, we know that's not always the case, but if we start from an attitude of positive intent, we assume that they're being positive, they have positive intent towards us, we will be able to handle these situations much more gracefully. Second thing that you need to do is work on yourself first. Work on your mindset first. The reality is, if you're doubting that you could be successful, if you're kind of wondering, if you're like up and down like this with your business, how can you expect your family to think differently? It's not a realistic expectation. Now, there are times where your family will support you and believe in you even more than you do, but I like to focus on the things we can control. And we can control our own mindset. We can control our own choices in terms of what we're choosing to think and how we're choosing to act. If your mindset is strong, if your belief is strong, your family's lack of belief will not shake you. You'll say, Mom, Dad, Uncle Jeremy, whatever, thanks for the opinion. I'm good. I know this is gonna happen for me. I don't need to worry about that comment you made at dinner the other day because it doesn't matter. I know I'm gonna be fine. It's always funny when you go into these conversations because you don't want to be pretentious and you don't want to be arrogant, and you want to I like to at least give people the benefit of the doubt. Then second thing I do is I like to work on myself because that's something I can control. I can control me, I can control my belief, I can control my mindset. Third thing, and you'll excuse the language ahead of time, but it's actually really important to drill the point home, just shut the up and work. Like, that's it. Stop talking about what you're gonna do, start actually doing the work. It is not, again, it's not realistic for your family to keep hearing you go on and on and on and on and on, and then see no action and see no results. Let your success be shown and not heard. Just stop talking about your business. I'm dead serious. Just stop talking about it. Stop telling people, your family, what you're up to, and work. That's what I did. I just whoop for years and just put the time in. You know what my family noticed? How many damn sales calls I was on. I remember I was on a family vacation. This was probably 7 years ago. And everybody was back at the house. We were at like a shore, like a Jersey Shore vacation. And everybody was in and it was late in the evening. And I think it was like 7:00 p.m. And they were all getting ice cream. And I was out in the backyard taking a sales call. I closed the sale, by the way. But I remember I came back in and my father-in-law was like, are you still, was that a phone call you're on? And I was like, yeah. And I was just quietly working, and my success was shown through my actions, not my words. What I wasn't doing was sitting around eating ice cream, talking about how great my business was gonna be. I was just out there in the backyard taking a sales call. We can have a conversation about boundaries. That's a different thing. I probably shouldn't have been on a sales call when I was on vacation, but that's not the point here. The point is, stop talking about what you're doing, just start doing stuff. Here's the thing though, okay? We've assumed positive intent. We've worked on our own mindset. We're actually doing the work and we're stopping talking about it. This is point number 4, and this is where I get ruthless. If a family member is consistently negative and consistently put you down, you need to ruthlessly cut them out of your life. And a lot of people are gonna have a reaction to that because a lot of people have strong family ties, and that's not a bad thing per se. But is having the energy of this person in my life worth more than the success of my business and the impact I could potentially be having on a bunch of people, hundreds of people, thousands of people, millions of people? I believe your goals are too precious. I believe that your dreams are worth more than having that person in your life. Now, remember, we've gone through several filtering steps, right? This is a person who has consistently shown that they are not supportive, that they do not believe in us, that they're actively trying to tear us down. I will 100% either have a conversation with that person or I cut them out completely, or more typically what I do, because I don't even want the energy, I don't want to waste the energy of a confrontation, I will just stop spending time with that person. There's entire individuals that I don't have any contact with because I could not handle the comments. And that's a good thing. right? That's actually a really good thing. Think about the women, right? The 300,000 women in my audience, for example, right now, probably even more by the time this video gets published, who I've been able to positively impact because I cut certain people out of my life. The trade-off is worth it. If you're serious about your business, those kind of people need to go. I'm pretty hardcore about it, but I have very heavy boundaries in my personal life. There are very few people that have access to my energy on a regular basis because I'm protective of it. Now, that doesn't mean that everybody I'm not talking to on a daily or weekly or monthly basis is intentionally cut out. I'm also just very busy. But there are certain people that I have intentionally cut out of my life completely because they're not somebody I want to be associated with. They're not somebody who's giving energy into me. Next thing you need to do, right? We've cut people out of our life completely. Here's another tip to take that even further. I recommend you block certain family members completely from your social media, even people, especially people whose judgment you fear. So let's say you want to start posting reels on Instagram, but there's a couple people who you're worried about what they're going to think about you. What is so-and-so going to think about me, right? If they see this reel, are they going to like have a comment about it? What we don't realize, but like when you really think about it, there could be like 3 people whose judgment you fear that are keeping you from posting reels, getting clients, making money, creating a financial future, creating a better life for your family, totally changing your family tree. And you're letting 3 people's opinion of you stop you from doing that. Block those people on social media. Your dreams are more important than somebody's opinion of you. So block them. Permission granted to just block them. If they ask why you blocked you, say, hey, my business stuff's mostly, or my Facebook account or my Instagram account, mostly business now. I figured you wouldn't want it to clog up your feed. Or even like, be even more honest. I was worried about what you would think and I really want to do this business thing. So I just removed that option. You can say that. Permission granted. That's how we handle the negative. What do we do about the positive people? You lean on the people who are supportive. If you have people in your life, family in your life who is supportive, send them a thank you text. It's amazing. I have talked about this in my video. We just did it recently. It's My Biggest Mistake is the name of the video. And I talked about how there were 2 points in my career where my sister kept me from quitting and my father-in-law kept me from quitting. And if your family is supportive, thank them. It's rare. It is so rare to have supportive family members. So if you've got a sister or a mom or a brother, whatever it might be, a cousin, an aunt, whatever, you've got one person in your life who supports your business, lean on them. There is somebody to talk to about all the cool things you're up to because they have indicated that they're a safe space to be vulnerable about what you want out of life. So if you have even one person in your corner, express gratitude to them. Say thank you. Aunt Sarah, I just wanted to say thank you so much. You've always been so supportive of my business. You've always encouraged me even when I was feeling like I was going to quit. And I just wanted to thank you. I wanted to say thank you so much for coming into my life and supporting me in this way. It means the world to me. So lean on them. And I'll say this, like if you don't have a supportive family, you should get yourself one. And what I mean by that is like plug into a community. Now, the Get Clients Now community is that. It's super supportive. There's a lot of testimonials I could put on the screen now just speaking about the community and the family that we do provide. But if it's not the Get Clients Now community, that's fine too. But just understand that you are the average of the 5 people you spend time with. So why not come to a community like the Get Clients Now program? Or again, it could also be my free Facebook group, Successful Female Entrepreneurs. It doesn't have to be something you're paying for necessarily. You just need to be intentional about plugging into a community that's going to support you, a family that's going to support you. Because if you don't, entrepreneurship is a very lonely road. It's a road we walk on alone for the first 5 years at least. We're just by ourselves doing it. And if you don't have that support in some way, shape, or form, you're going to be part of that 90% of entrepreneurs who quit in the first 2 years. I don't want you to be part of that. So either come join our Get Clients Now community. We're going to put a link below, just linking to you can go to mariewent.com/program and learn more about the community. It is really incredible. But the point of this is not to do a pitch. It's more to just point out how important it is to get that community in some way, shape, or form, to get that family in some way, shape, or form. So you don't do this alone. In my opinion, the most important thing you can do in the first 2 years of business is just don't quit. There is nothing more important to your business's success than you just sticking with it for 2 years. And it's really hard to do that if you don't have somebody picking you up when you fall down. And if you want to watch more about my story around that, again, there's that YouTube video called My Biggest Mistake where I do talk about how I almost quit several times on my entrepreneurship journey. And just like how other people picked me up when I couldn't even pick myself up. If you haven't yet subscribed, this is an amazing community even here on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have you join our community. Leave a comment below. If you need encouragement, leave a comment below. I'll offer you some love. I'll offer you some support. I'll offer you some encouragement. Again, hit that subscribe button if you want to join our community, and I'll see you in the next video.